Did you ever feel like pushing that door open at work, walking out, and hitting the open road? Well, my name is Nick Kessler, and I teach shop. And this is my buddy, Brian Fulmer. He teaches too. And let's not forget about our former student, Wolfie. And when summer comes, we turn into a 3-person film crew that hits the highways and byways of North America in style, riding drop top in our 1968 Caddy. Our main mission, to educate you about the places we visit. No classroom rules or lesson plans here. Just complete freedom to show you what this great nation is about. This is Road Trip Masters. This week's episode has us cruising the 68 to the beautiful town of Newport, Rhode Island. The sky is sunny and blue, and the temperature just right. Newport was founded in 1639 by English settlers. Ever since colonial times, its history has always been tied to the sea. During the Industrial Revolution, Newport found itself frozen in time. This aided the transformation of the town into a summer resort destination. And let's not forget about the Gilded Age, which attracted families of power and wealth to construct massive summertime mansions. Newport remains alive and vibrant with many restaurants, shops, and places to stay that comfort its visitors while taking in the breathtaking beauty of the city by the sea. Our first stop in Newport can only be at an iconic building that defines this town. As a member of the prestigious Historic Hotels of America, the Hotel Viking was built in 1926 and was constructed to accommodate Newport's elite visitors. Known as the Hotel on the Hill by the locals, I wanted to find out more, and that's when I caught up with Keith to shed some insight on this legendary place. What can you tell me about the Hotel Viking? Why should someone come to Newport and stay right here?
Well, I mean, we are the Hotel of Newport. We were built by the community. We are situated in downtown Newport, adjacent to everything. So whether you want to go to the marina, you want to go to downtown, you want to go to Broadway, attractions, shopping, dining, we got it all, and it's just outside our door.
Keith, we're up here on the rooftop bar. One would think rooftop bar, summertime, hotter than heck, but no. Constant breeze. What else?
We have a tequila, tacos, and tapas night. We have a spirits and stogies night that is sold out every single week. We got the umbrellas, cold beverages. I mean, this is the place to be.
Let's talk about your rooms.
Yeah.
You have suites. You have places for families, correct?
Correct. We have over 20 suites at the hotel. Some of them vary in size and how many bedrooms they have. Lots of space for adults or families. So we have lots and lots of different options. They are designed around the Gilded Age, and so they got some charm to them. They're not your standard branded hotel guest room. And again, that's just one part of what makes us so special here at Hotel Viking.
What amenities do you have? Do you have restaurant on premise besides the rooftop bar? What else is here?
We have a beautiful brand new redesigned restaurant and lounge that we just did this year. We also have a beautiful Spa Fior.
Saw that.
All the services, a novice spa goer to the most seasoned spa goer could ask for. The pool and fitness center is an extension of our spa.
You said the hotel's from the Gilded Age. You look at the cliff walk, you look at the mansions from the Gilded Age, everything ties in perfectly. So really, in essence, this is the place to stay. Keith, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I can't wait to check in and check out these rooms.
Thank you, everyone.
There's a ton of places to eat in Newport, but we wanted something unique, original, and indigenous to this area. That's when we stumbled across the Newport Lobster Shack, where their main motto is, we only sell what we catch.
I'm here for lobster.
You've landed at the right place for fresh lobster.
That's
There's
fantastic.
no question. We have a co-op here. The Rhode Island DEM has allowed us to pool all of our lobster licenses under one roof, and it's the Newport Lobster Shack. Our mission is not to just make as much money as we can, it's to get as much product from the guys that fish here, add some value to that goes back to them, and move it through our system. For a pretty reasonable price, have something that was probably caught that morning or the latest the day before.
All right, I guess now I gotta have some lobster.
Okay, sounds good.
So I made my way over to the shack just as they opened.
Okay, like promised, now we're in the food truck. Prepared? Right on time, right on cue, like we practiced.
Yeah.
Jerry, what do we got?
So we have some lobster bites for you. They're chunks of lobster.
Okay.
It's pieces of the tail. It's the good stuff. Some knuckles, some claws.
Who doesn't like lobster? You
Yeah.
can smell it already.
We're gonna bread it and fry it.
So what is in that milk wash?
So it's milk, obviously,
Yeah.
and then egg.
Milk and egg.
Just milk and egg. Yep.
Okay. Then beat it up and then.
Yep. Beat it up, and then you throw the lobster in there, just so that the flour sticks. And then the flour's got paprika, garlic powder, and onion powder in it.
Okay. Keeping it simple.
Yeah.
So you taste the fresh
Right.
lobster.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yep.
After the lobster chunks are coated, they then head to the deep fryer. Now time to make the dipping sauce.
How do you make the sauce again, Jerry?
So it's mayo,
Okay.
sriracha, Cholula, and paprika.
Out of the deep fryer and into the basket. Served with the sauce, I just had to try it. It never seems to amaze me how some of the best foods in this world are made from a couple simple ingredients.
Oh, come on.
I quickly had another one before we continued our lobster journey. Our next dish is one of my favorite, a lobster roll. Jerry got out another 6 ounces of meat seasoned with a touch of mayo and some celery powder. He took a hot dog bun and brushed both sides with butter and positioned the lobster meat into the roll. It was just that simple to keep the focus and attention on the sweet, succulent taste of the fresh lobster. Now time for a Newport tradition, the lobster dinner, where I went to the live tanks to pick one out.
Now this is the lobster.
You know, the Lobster Shack is not only just a food truck, they also have a seafood market where you can purchase crabs, coals, conch, and yes, fresh lobster. After picking out our lobsters, they went into the shack's specialty steamer for at least 24 minutes.
Lobster dinner?
Yep.
All right.
So it's a 1.25 pound soft shell, which means when you squeeze it, it's going to be a little soft,
Okay.
and then it's going to be a little bit less meat in the claw, but it's going to be sweeter meat. It's going to
Okay.
be delicious.
The dinner comes with an ear of corn, lemon, coleslaw, and some hot butter. Just look at all this food. We should take a picture. I invited the crew to join me for this lobster feast. As I looked out at the water, I couldn't help but gain a greater appreciation of all the hard work and dedication which generations upon generations of lobstermen have sacrificed their lives in order to provide us with these treasures from the sea. It also felt good that we were supporting local fishermen along with peer improvements. But that's what the Newport Lobster Shack is all about.
Coming up next on Road Trip Masters, Brian and I hit the seas in Newport with an American champion from 1958. Then we set some time aside for exercise and go where no film crew has gone before. And later, I uncover an amazing story at Sherman Publishing. We're back and ready to go sailing in style through 12-meter charters, a company that specializes in taking you out on boats that have competed in the America's Cup. They have 8 in all, and we were ready to experience this rush and get involved. All right, Fulmer and I are ready to head out. Apparently, we're going to get on a racing boat.
Captain Kevin.
Captain Kevin. We're going to find out more once we take this large dinghy out to our boat. Got the family right here, too. They're going on a trip. So we motored out to where our boat was moored. But along the way, we were surrounded by beautiful sailboats everywhere. Well, we are in Newport. Then we pulled up alongside of our America's Cup racer and offloaded the gear. That's where Brian caught a quick interview with Captain Kevin before we set sail on the high seas.
All right, we're on board. I'm with Captain Kevin. Captain, we're on a champion. Can you
Yes,
tell us
you are.
about the boat?
Columbia is probably one of the most famous America's Cup 12 meters in the world. She's the first 12 meter to win the America's Cup. Columbia was really dialed in and the crew was spot on. So by the time the English boat got here, we spanked them.
Just dominated.
Dominated them.
Brought our little crew. You gonna put us to work?
Bet.
Oh, I don't think you've seen these guys yet, so I'm a little nervous about that aspect. So on Columbia itself, this champion, how many people can you accommodate on this boat?
So we can take up to 13 people plus our crew. Okay, the boat's 70 feet long, so there's plenty of room. You can be as active as you'd like, or you can sit back and relax and just enjoy the sights.
All right, I think I want to do a little of both.
Let's do it.
And do it we did. Captain Kevin motored us out in order for Brian and my boys to hoist the sails and get Columbia to do what she does best, race.
Fulmer, are you nervous?
Oh yeah.
Boys got their job up there. Check it out, Wolfie. Waiting for Captain's signal.
All right, Dave, whenever you're ready, all right?
It's getting ready to go up. I can't wait till we catch wind. Hey, Wolfie. And we're going to be tilting over. 20, 30 degrees. 20, 30 degrees, you think, Captain?
You tell me. What's happening?
All right. Crank it. Boys are cranking. Come on, don't let your old man down. Teamwork.
There you go, just watch your chin.
I'm starting to think this is a setup.
This is the boat. Yeah, yeah.
Captain gave me a job that's nothing to do. To keep me out of the way. He knows me. Here, hold this.
No matter what, don't let go.
Yeah, it's right in the center of the boat. It's pretty safe. Like a fake steering wheel.
Boys are almost there. They're still cranking away. This is the most work these kids had all summer. Come on, keep cranking it. Fulmer's doing something now.
More. Keep going, right there.
Here, the sails flapping around. Boys are still cranking. Keep going, boys. Don't let the arms fatigue. Come on. Don't let me down. You're almost there. Don't worry about your back. You're 13. We got ice packs. Hey, their arms.
Come on, guys. Almost.
Come on, boys. Finish it strong.
Ease it out, Captain.
Yeah, let it go where it wants. Let it ease out a little more. Hold it right there.
So we started to tilt and got underway, but we needed to put one more sail up, the jib, to truly get up to speed.
Come on, A-Pop. Come on, Fulmers. Yes, you can. Heave. Ho!
I knew how hard that sail was to get up. I remember from Annapolis, you could feel the fatigue in your arms, the burning sensation, and as it goes higher, it gets even more difficult.
Wow, Captain, that was tough. Not used to that type of work. I'm more of a paper pusher myself.
Here comes the lean now.
And lean we did, or heeling as they call it in sailing lingo. We were so far heeled that the jib was touching the water. Look how she slices through the ocean, with silent stealth. And there we all were on that 20 to 30 degree lean that we talked about earlier. You knew you were a part of something powerful. Columbia is still a force to be reckoned with today. She is still competing in classic yacht regattas throughout New England. In fact, this sailboat was awarded the Ted Hood Trophy, which goes to the 12-meter yacht with the most victories. It was a true honor to be on board and witness the sheer strength and seafaring power of this 1958 America's Cup champion. Coming up next on Road Trip Masters, we head out on a little sightseeing tour and explore Newport's past. Then later, I sit down at Sherman Publishing to reveal a historical figure that may hold the title of the oldest. Welcome back, people. When coming to Newport, one of the unique things that you need to do is get on the cliff walk. Not only is it beautiful and scenic, with the ocean right there, but this is where most of the mansions from Bellevue Avenue onward start. So we headed out on this world-famous public access walk that is 3.5 miles in length along the eastern shore of Newport. There are many stops along the way, in which I found one of them.
You can hear the ocean, and this is one of the beautiful things about the cliff walk. You could come right down, right here on the rocks. Just enjoy the beauty, enjoy the sound, and listen.
You can spend hours looking at the geological formations alone. What makes Cliff Walk unique? It's a national recreation trail in a national historic district. But I knew we had to make time because I had a very important meeting with a very important lady, Trudy, who's the executive director of the Preservation Society of Newport County, which runs and maintains all 11 mansions, where she filled us in on some amazing facts on this beautiful home built by Cornelius Vanderbilt II.
The thing that's most interesting about the Breakers is that it is 70 rooms, very large, one of the largest houses in America, and yet it was built in 18 months.
That is incredible.
And we have very little information as to how many people it took to build the house. Where did these people live while they were here? Where did they buy their food? It's still a mystery. We hope that maybe somebody who's watching this program has a box of letters that will explain the whole story.
You look at some of the rooms. Number one, that billiard room with that overhang, that light fixture over the pool table.
Right.
That is so heavy.
And that room is an unusual room, actually, in this collection because it is the only room that was actually designed and decorated by the architect Richard Morris Hunt. You notice the marble walls, and they are mirror images of one another. They are truly spectacular, magnificent walls.
So almost like a book match they did with the marble.
Right.
Trudy, one of the rooms
has platinum for the wallpaper.
Well, that room was always a mystery because we always thought it was silver, and we wondered why it never tarnished. And we finally brought in a conservator from England who told us the unbelievable news, which was that the room is platinum leaf.
And you take the skylight here, the stained glass skylight, and when you first look at it, you think that there's the roof, that's how the natural light gets in. But that's not true. It goes up for 2 stories, is that correct?
Exactly right. Yes, it does. Into the attic, and you can, from the attic, look down into the skylight. We have it protected.
Trudy and I talked some more, but then I got curious. I needed to see the attic. We were granted special permission and were the first television crew to actually film the attic at the breakers. It's amazing to see the network of steel trussing and the Roman-style arches that aid in supporting the terracotta roof. Here's where the 2-story skylight is. You can see the protective awning that Trudy was talking about, and where the actual light source and how they channeled the sunlight down to the stained glass skylight below. And wouldn't you know it, there was an old travel chest with Cornelius Vanderbilt's name on it. I also found a newspaper from 1959 up there as well. In all, the attic floor space is around 1 acre, or close to 44,000 square feet. Talk about massive. This area almost seems frozen in time. Look at these enormous water tanks that operated the elevator and also stored water for the house. But if we were in the attic, that means we needed to go to the basement and the tunnels. On the way down, we found this huge breaker panel. I thought my 400 amp service was big at home. And look at this wine cellar door, fabricated from heavy steel plate. Time now to enter the tunnel. No film crew has ever been allowed access until now. And the voice you will hear is John from the Preservation Society.
We're literally walking straight out the front door, and we have now walked under the gravel driveway. There were tennis courts above us at one point.
And you see that Roman arch again.
There's that Roman arch again and the structural steel, but this held all of the piping for the heating system for the breaker.
I love the Freddy Krueger. That's awesome.
And there we were, in the boiler room. Why so far away from the main house? They wanted to keep the coal furnaces underground and far enough away in case there was a fire. Pipes would then leave the boiler room through the tunnels and deliver heat, even though it was a summer home. A steady climate had to be maintained annually in order to protect all the woodwork, paintings, mosaics, furniture, and overall structure of the home. Like all good things, our time in the breakers was over. We would like to thank Trudy and the Preservation Society for all their cooperation. We truly appreciate it. Next on RTM, I'm off to investigate a woman whose legacy is still around for over 250 years. So who is this person of fame in Newport? Well, instead of me telling you, me and the boys headed up to Sherman Publishing, where I set up a meeting in the conference room to reveal this mystery person. Tell you, I'm here with Janine, people, and we're talking about a person from Newport, not alive anymore, Janine, correct?
Correct.
Anne Franklin. And you're probably saying Anne Franklin, who? Married to James Franklin?
Senior.
James Franklin, brother of?
Ben Franklin, one of the nation's founding fathers.
Now, Janine, I'm going to call you top dog for this newspaper. Anne Franklin, a little bit of background. She did what for Newport and Rhode Island?
In 1758, that's when the first issue of the Newport Mercury was published.
And I have it right here, still going today, correct?
Correct, fresh off the presses today.
Would this be considered the oldest newspaper in America?
That, Nick, is a challenging subject.
So I got to thinking, I needed to investigate this further. So I assembled my team together and we began to work on this right away. Who was the oldest newspaper? We researched diligently for hours, looked far and wide. We saw that one newspaper was started in 1764, but ours was 1758. Finally, after hours of time on this matter, we reached a conclusion. The Mercury was the oldest newspaper in the United States. I then brought in more staff from Sherman Publishing to see what it has blossomed into today, with reads like the Newport Daily News, started by Anne's son, and sibling publications like the Independent, Newport Weddings, Newport's Best Read Guide, Newport life, and South County life all can be given credit to what Anne Franklin carried on centuries ago in the printing business. So when in Newport, get your hands on a piece of nostalgia and pick up a copy of the Mercury and read the oldest newspaper in the U.S. that was started by Ben Franklin's sister-in-law, Anne Franklin. And remember the Mercury slogan, because I forgot.
Mercury, taking your temperature since?
Nah.
Hey, what is it?
1758.
Is it taking your temperature?
Yes.
Taking your temperature since 1758.
Well, that's it for now. Until next time, people, get out there and hit the open road, whether it be planned or unplanned. So until next time, rock on, people, and God bless America.